Folks, rise and shine. The free money is chirping. It is time to get some picks here on Degenerate Danger Zone. I'm your host, Ty B, joined by my sidekick, Meerkat. And we got a debut here from Slick L as we have not UFC Fight Night, but Fight Afternoon here coming from the Apex on ABC. So that'll be an interesting one. Degenerate Al's going to be in here in a bit to talk some Masters. We got Creek Degenerate chiming in early. Let's go. Free money, baby. It's exactly what we're after. Doesn't matter if you're going to the creek, hammering it online, calling it into your bookie. We're going to get after it today. Tons of stuff on the slate. So, Meerkat, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to hop into some soccer here. AC Milan, a noon start. They're playing Parma here, and AC Milan has been struggling a little bit. They're in second place in Serie A. Parma in second last. They're fighting for their relegation lives, and both of them one win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 games. But Milan needs to snap out of this before they get bumped out of that top 4. You have Juventus right behind them, Atalanta as well, and Napoli is chomping at the bit to get into one of those Champions League positions. So if you have another rough stretch here, you're going to get bumped out. You have to beat the teams you have to beat. So you're getting Milan at minus 150 against a team that's in the relegation zone. Give me that all day. I'm taking it, and I'm running right to the bank, Meerkat. Where are you getting it started?
I'm going right back to the NBA. Almost had a perfect night last night. Nuggets -4, though. Some late baskets by the Spurs. They had a commanding lead in the fourth. Blow it. Still win. Don't cover the -4, though. Hated to see it. So we're looking to bounce back today. And I'm doing something I never do right now, taking a huge NBA spread. I'm going with the Brooklyn Nets today, -11.5 against the Lakers. The Nets are probably the best team in the NBA. I'd like to say the Nuggets are the best team in the NBA right now, but that's just my bias and all that, whatever. Nets are a wagon. They just got Kevin Durant back. I mean, he only played 18 minutes in that first game. They're already going to be bumping him up this game. They said hopefully see him 20, 25 minutes. Who's he going up against? Wesley Matthews, Markieff Morris. He's going to go in. This is going to be a nice tune-up for him adjusting back. I think you're going to see enough of him to make a big impact. And the Nets have been throttling teams lately. Lakers don't really inspire a lot of confidence. They're relying on KCP hitting a bunch of threes and now getting Drummond in. He looked pretty decent in the first game with them, but doesn't really instill any confidence in me. I just don't see the Lakers pulling off any type of win today. I don't see them covering this number. I think Nets can win by 20. You see, without LeBron and AD, the past few games, good teams they've played, lost to the Suns by 17, lost to the Bucks, who are frauds, by 15, the Clippers by 18. I just think Brooklyn is going to completely outclass them today. There's no way the Lakers can keep up.
Yeah, I love that, Meerkat. But we got Slick Al here making his debut. So let's get into some UFC here. Going to be kicking it off at noon over on ESPN Plus, and then it's transitioning to ABC at 3 o'clock. You got Commodore Mike Perry starting that one off, a.k.a. Platinum. That'll be a very interesting fight, and this one's going to be capped off with Marvin Vettori, Kevin Holland. Slick, we've seen some of these fight nights. This one's going to be an afternoon, but fight nights where you have a lot of dogs barking. I think this might be another one.
Right, I agree, and the lines are fairly close. A lot of, it's not my favorite card, but there are definitely some fights to watch. Like you said, Platinum Mike Perry versus D-Rod. I'm excited for that one. They're both coming off a loss. Oh, there he is. What's up, Al?
Morning, Slick Al.
And one of the first fights on the card, my dog pick that I was telling you about, Impa Kasanganay versus Sasha Palatnikov. Sasha Palatnikov's at a plus 245, and this dude's a UB alumni. And he had a very impressive 3rd-round knockout victory last time he was fighting over a pretty amped up hype prospect that was coming out of the Contender Series. But yeah, there's more plays that I like as well.
Oh, absolutely. And I think there's one that you and I were both on there as well, looking at some of these underdogs. I think Mackenzie Dern has a good shot here. Plus 110, you're getting some real good value. And that's what you're talking about. A lot of these fights are around minus 150, minus 140 or so. And I think, when it's like that, when it's a toss-up, if you can flip a coin on it, you always got to go with that plus value the way things have been going, Slick.
Right. You don't get it too often. And, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Mackenzie Dern, I thought I had her at a plus 120. but down to plus 110. Still, if you can take almost even odds in a fight like that, I mean, Nina Nunes hasn't fought since she had her child. So we don't really know what to expect from her. Mackenzie Dern, she's been fighting. She's been on a tear. I'm excited for the fight.
I'm all over that one. I think I'm going to be on Dern as well. Another name to look at, Hunter Azure. That could be another upset, a little even juicier there at plus 145. And then let's talk about these main fights here. How do you see this Sadiq Youssef and Arnold Allen fight, and then the Vittori Holland fight playing out, Slick?
You know, the co-main event's an interesting one because both those guys are undefeated in the UFC. I think they both have one professional loss on each of their records. I think Sadiq Youssef beats Allen. There's a lot of hype behind Allen. I'm not too sure if I'm buying into it. And then the main event, I'm happy to see Kevin Holland fighting again as soon as he is. I think that we all love that guy. UFC is all about like these personas and how these guys sell their name, right? And Kevin Holland does an excellent job at that, as we know. Marvin Vittori, though, is an absolute dog. I mean, you would think he's going to win this fight like he should, right? He's been in training camp for the past couple months. But Kevin Holland, this seems like the type of fight that I feel like he could win. I don't know. I have a strange feeling.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, and that's a juicy one there. He's a plus 260 dog. Degenerate Al, are you going to be dabbling on that?
Yeah, wait, how recently did he just fight? I feel like it was
months
like
ago.
Yeah, like a month ago, 3 weeks or something.
It did not seem too long ago. I definitely dabbled though with the underdog. It's like, you know how I've been rolling with these main events over the past few weeks. But definitely
me for the most part.
No. But definitely,
I'm just playing.
Definitely taking more of the dogs. And that's I'm on Holland.
And he went 5 rounds to a decision.
Exactly. And like he said he won his loss, and you can tell he came into this fight like, you know, he's usually chatting the other guy's ear off at the stare down and the weigh-ins. He's acting a fool. He seems very upset and realized that people were upset with his last performance. And I think he means real business this time. And he just seems like the guy that can go from a 2-1 favorite in his last fight and go 5 rounds and get wrestled to holy hell and then come into this one as a +2 underdog and somehow win the fight. He's that kind of guy.
Exactly. It wouldn't surprise me. But Degenerate Al, we got to talk about the Masters. It is moving day. It's time to get yourself in position here to make a run at the championship. Obviously, we saw the defending champion from the fall already missed the cut. How are things playing out there in Augusta?
So we're just underway. I believe first tee times were 9:45. I just got back from the creek. That's why I was rushing late from this show. And first off, Leeds United, not sure if you guys touched on that with that ridiculous upset of Man City. They were down a man, scored 2-1. So I dabbled a small bet. I took Leeds United live plus 170, parlayed that with Justin Rose having a better score than Tony Finau today in round 3. Some other matchups that I really like. I really like Siwoo Kim. He's matched up today with Cameron Champ. Siwoo Kim was using his 3-wood on the green yesterday as a putter. Mm-hmm. Just phenomenal. I mean, that's just I'm definitely taking Siwoo there. And another one I really like. We had a sneaky good day yesterday. Colin Morikawa was 3 under. He's matched up against Corey Connors, and it's pretty much a pick 'em. I really like Morikawa. I believe I got him at minus 122. So yeah, I'm very excited. And Dana White, you're the friggin' man. We got UFC 11:30 rolling all day with the Masters, pretty much till 5:45, 6 o'clock. So yeah, very excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great slate. Meerkat, what else are you targeting today? I know you got some other picks.
Yeah, I got a couple more. I'm going another one back to the NBA. It's been my most consistent sport, especially recently. I still don't have a great feel on MLB yet, but I'm going with a little dog here. I'm going with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm taking them plus 2.5, and I'm going to dabble that money line tonight against the Raptors. Pretty much just goes off the fact that Cleveland's been a really sneaky hot team, even without Jared Allen, who's a monster for them. Past 2 games without him, you see, they beat the Spurs, a pretty good team, by 24. They beat the Thunder, I'm a team by 27. They're getting hot, especially that backcourt with Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. They're lethal. Can, Gary Trent and Kyle Lowry keep up with them defensively? I don't think so. I think the Raptors are a little overhyped after that, 50-point win over the Warriors there, because since then, we've seen them lose to bad teams like this bad Lakers team right now, like the Bulls by double digits. So it's just the Raptors, I think, are getting a little too much hype, and the Cavs have been a team I've just kept going to in the well all season, keep covering for me. Just a lot of young talent on that team. I think they're a piece or two away from being a really, really good NBA team. I like them tonight to pull the upset.
Absolutely. Stash game is absolutely as strong as possible.
Very
the
true.
best stash game on the internet here at Trainwreck Sports. This stash never stops. These picks never stop either. I'm going with the Boston Bruins today against the Philadelphia Flyers. They've been absolutely dominating the Flyers throughout the season, 6-1. You got Jeremy Swayman in net again. He's only played 2 games, but in his debut against the Flyers, got a big win there. He's 2-0 with a .947 save percentage, and it wasn't an easy win against the Flyers. He had to face 40 shots, and he stepped up. And the Bruins have been playing very good hockey. And you're looking at the standings here. Flyers 6 points behind the Bruins there for that last playoff position. The Flyers on the outside looking in, I think they're going to continue to fall off. They just haven't gotten consistent goaltending or scoring recently. I think the Bruins are a great pick here to Degenerate Al at -124.
How about Ty B's Wild last night, losing 9-1 to the St. Louis Blues, and I'm on the Wild today in a bounce back game. That's definitely one of my plays in the NHL. I'm actually on the NBA too with Meerkats Cavaliers. And then back to Masters real quick, a couple other matchups that I really like. I like Mark Leishman over Brian Harmon, and that's from Creek Degenerate, by the way. Talion, Creek Degenerate has been on fire. And then I hate to say it, I faded Rose yesterday. I'm on him today. He's matched up with Will Zalatoris, and I think there's a little value there. Zalatoris is the favorite, more of the sexy pick. I'm going to go with Rose, who knows the course a heck of a lot better. Here in moving day, I got Justin Rose at +120 in that matchup against Will Zalatoris.
Yep, love it, Al. Tons of picks out there to be had, and I still have another one. I'm going to baseball here. You got the Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees. I'm taking the Rays. Why? Because all my boys hate Domingo Germán. Fuck Domingo Germán. Go Rays plus value today. Take the Rays. Sorry, Al, with your Yankees. I think you can agree with that pick, though.
Hey, you don't have to say sorry to me. I was on Rays money line yesterday and Rays +1.5. So I like it. I like the Rays and another underdog today. What are the Yankees? They're like Notre Dame.
What's going on with Judge? Like He just keeps sitting out day after day, but he doesn't.
Custard soft.
But he doesn't need imaging. But he's been out like the last 4 days. Like I got him on my fantasy team, and I already had to add more guys to my IL, and I can't pick anyone else up, and he's just sitting there and not playing. I'm just pulling my hair out right now. There's nothing I can do. Oh, it's nuts. But all right, who else? Anyone else got some more picks out there? Or
yeah, I got one actually. Yeah, you go ahead, Meerkat.
No, I was just going to say I had my pick pulled up. I was weird. I was looking at the current line on the Creek website, had it pulled up for my next 2 picks. I was going to give a double play in one game. Just goes red. As you were last speaking, Tybee, I'm like, what? And it says close. I'm like, it's 10:17 a.m. This game did not start already. What are you talking about? And I just look it up. It's canceled. Just announced now. The White Sox game, I was going to take White Sox money line and the rare Meerkat total, the over in that game, but it's canceled, so sorry.
all right, Slick, what do you got?
You mentioned Hunter Azure, Tybee. I think a play to watch is not only the dog barking in this one, but Jack Shore by submission at a +250. The guy's 13-0, exciting young fighter who has won his last 2 fights by submission, which were his UFC debut and his last fight. That's a play to watch. Shore by submission.
Okay, I love it, Slick. Doing the research throughout the show, bringing more and more information for you guys. I think, it's going to be a very, very fun day. I can't wait to get it started nice and early here. Going to be tossing on the Masters and taking a nap right away. Meerkat, when's your first nap kicking in with the Masters on?
Probably sooner rather than later. Let's be real. You kind of just drift into them when you're watching the Masters on the weekend. You can be awake watching at 11 a.m., close your eyes for a second, wake up 4 p.m. You're just like, what universe am I in?
And how
Over,
was
under.
it yesterday with its triple play?
I actually haven't even had a full update on it yet. Woke up a little late. We're ripping this early DDZ. Kind of forgot about the dart. I think the Celtics under did not hit. Do we know about the Golden Knights? Let's check that out
Knights
right now.
174.
All right, so we had the over 5.5 in that one. That hits. And then we had the I'm sorry about this. I should have it ready to go. I'm sorry, folks. And then what was the third play? The Philadelphia Phillies money line.
They
Lost 8-1.
Yep, lost the break.
So, oh my God, we had the under in the Celtics game and by like 2:30, and
Yeah,
there
that
was
went into
280
overtime, right?
points in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Jason Tatum with a 50-piece. Just saying.
Wow, Slick L Celtics. I think the first time I met Slick L was at the Creek. Didn't even know who he was.
Yep.
So, and then my final play today, just a blind tell here, is high scoring Yankees Rays game yesterday. I'm rolling with the under in that game today. I got the under 8.5 at plus 100 even odds. So that's my final play of the day. But yeah, super excited, jam packed day, and ready to make some money.
Yep, absolutely. Let's go make that money. Shout out Meerkat. He's going to be having more picks with the dart today. We got a ton of other stuff going on. Oh, Tailgate Beers chiming in. We have WrestleMania.
I forgot about WrestleMania.
Bobby Lashley plus 50.
Wow. That's a game changer.
Bad Bunny is definitely winning. I think, there's no reason you bring in a Grammy-winning superstar to WrestleMania to lose, especially the amount of time he's put in at the Performance Center and everything else, all the work behind the scenes. Got to go with it. Lashley, no. Don't parlay it with Lashley. Parlay it with something better. You're going to have a chance. But shout out to everyone for tuning in. Make sure you follow us at Degenerate Zone on Twitter for more. Slick L's going to have all of his UFC picks out there soon. We'll have the dart video again from Meerkat and tons of more content throughout the day. We only got 3 words left, Degenerate Al. Good
night. Now.